Somebody with over 100 hours in the game getting like with somebody that has over 100 hours on the game. What I would recommend you doing, right? And like these will help you if you have like 25 hours on the game, or if you're like more of a newer player with like 2 hours on the game, or if you're more of an experienced player with a couple hundred, maybe thousands of hours on the game. Maybe. Here's what you can do, right? I'm gonna just use this for like, uh, I don't know, like, just to show you what you could do. So if you think you know where an enemy is, oh. Ah, hold up. If you think you know where an enemy is, also don't sprint like me. I'm only sprinting because this ain't a real match. Yes, you'll see me sprinting sometimes. Like, look. But if you think you know where an enemy is, pre-fire them. That's basically what I'm getting at. Like, look at that. You see how I got a lot of kills just by kind of pre-firing a little bit? Let's say I know where he is, right? I would pre-fire in the most common spots. Let's say I think somebody's right there. Try to wallbang always. Like, as you see. Also, don't reload after every single fight. Like, dude, don't do this. Don't shoot like 4 bullets, kill some dude, and then reload. Because there could always be more. I struggle with that still. But also hold angles. Like, you see how I pushed, got me killed, right? Like, you see, you don't want to do that. What you really want to do is, look, let's say I'm going to use SME-12 for this. I know where he is, right? Headshot. Let's say, right? See how I reloaded there, and I got caught off guard. But you also see how I couldn't control it and I died. That's mainly because if you don't know the recoil patterns, which I was not trying to control it. If you don't know the recoil patterns of the gun that you're using and you don't know any of that, then just don't use it, or try to find the recoil patterns. Try to find the recoil patterns, or else you'll just be like, look. Or else you'll just be like, you know, you won't be aiming at their level. Like, you won't be aiming at the level that you should be. Also, if you're in one of these situations, just hold. Or, better yet, try to... Yeah. You like, get throw the doorway open right there, he would have been dead. And run. And then try to wallbang, but then go back. Like, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm trying to get at, right? Like, always pre-fire. Like, look, if there's somebody standing in this hallway and I don't have my gun up, like, look. I wouldn't, if I didn't have my gun up, I'm dead. Also, this is what I see gets a lot of new players killed. And that also just got me killed. like they're holding an angle or whatever. They're doing like everything right, you know. And they just thought, oh, it wasn't good, but it also wasn't bad. What I see a lot of new players do is they'll hold stupid angles, like they'll be holding angles like this, and then they'll be, well, then they'll just rush without knowing. Of course, I know where the enemies are. They don't. That's the main difference. That's a key difference, actually. But still, you know what I'm trying to get at, right? But also, look, let's say he's swinging me, and I don't have my gun up ready. But also, what I also, again, see a lot of new players dying from. Wait, what map are we on? I've barely played this map. I don't even think I have played this map, to be honest. I don't know what map this is. Oh, I have. It's completely different. But yeah, always have your gun up and be ready. What I see a lot of new players do is, and like how they'll get killed is they'll be peeking too much, or they'll just be doing something wrong, you know what I'm saying? But also, hold up. There's somebody above you, don't do that. Like, ping that area, because then they'll be on the move, and then they might catch you off guard, or you might catch them off guard. Or... Also, if enemies are rushing you, what I also see a lot of new players die from, though, is, like, they'll, like, here. This is what I'm gonna do, for example. I'm gonna 2-tap him, and then I'm dead, because I thought I killed him, right? You'd think, right? You'd think. You'd think you'd killed him, but in reality, you didn't. You also see how I just walked by him, and I got lucky that he didn't shoot me. Watch. It's all about knowing recoil patterns and holding angles. You see, oh, yeah. Siege is a very tactical game. Siege isn't a game where you can just like I mean, messing around, and it is a game where you can have fun, and I'm not saying it's like a game where you can't have fun. But I'm just saying, if you want to get good at the game, then you use these. And you see how I could have died from this open area, right? Watch. You see how I seen that there was 2 people pushing me? He still shot me through there. You're not completely invincible when you break through those. Hope you know that you're not completely invincible. Like, watch. I'm gonna run. Also, not sprint, because sprinting makes one of the loudest sound ever. Like, they'll be able to hear you. Also, don't be toxic and shoot people's bodies like, and then laugh with them in the chat or something. Because then what if they're trolling around? Also, expect an enemy to swing. Like, if you're fighting an enemy, like, let's say, like if you're fighting an enemy, let's say, like him, I miss a bunch of shots, right? I hit a couple, and then, like, I push that area thinking he's not about to swing. Like, what I did one time is, that got me killed, was, watch, hold up, was I wasn't paying attention and all that, and I was like, I shot this guy, killed him. Then I shot like a dude out a window. He fell back, and then he fell back and basically did. Holy, these AIs will stop rushing me. Holy, bro, holy, these AIs are just rushing me, bro. Yeah, if you shoot through the floor, you're not completely invincible. But yeah, just these are tips and tricks. Like what a guy did is, let's say this is no one to right. He broke. Bro, why are they pushing first stair? Like, that's a genuine question. Like, yeah. I haven't even shot this guy yet, but this is perfect. Holy, bro. Like what I saw some dude do is he did almost kill, like, I almost killed him. He fell back. Went from an angle like this since I was holding like there. Like there. And then he just pre-fired me. And then once he started pre-firing me, I knew where he was. So then he changed position again. And I was dead. Basically. Because I knew where he was, he repositioned. I thought he was in the same area. And also, this is a really great way to practice your recoil control. Like, you have infinite bullets. So just mag dump a wall until you can control it, so, like, slightly well. Like, when I want to control it, I can control it. When I don't want to, like, it's not like I can't control it. Like, I can hold it. Like, I can control it. It ain't like I can't. Just when I want to, I can control it really good. Like, look. I didn't want to control it there. Like, it's just like a thought in my mind. Like, if I don't want to control a gun, like, see how I'm inconsistent with controlling recoil? You don't have those thoughts. You want to always be like, I want to control this. Because, like, if you're always like, I'm just trolling around. I'm not about to take the game seriously. Or you're not really actually trying to control it, and you're also not thinking in your mind, how am I going to control this? Then you're not going to be able to really control it that well. Like, look. See that? I didn't even realize he was behind me. But you see that? Like, you see how I was controlling it really well. But yeah, those are just some tips and tricks to help you get better. These are just tips and tricks to help you get better. You see how I don't control it sometimes? But yeah, do you see how I'm already pre-firing that area? That insinuates I know where he is. And all that. It just basically insinuates that stuff, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Also, just say, how am I gonna control it? Or am I gonna, like, just be like, how am I gonna be able to control this? Or Can I control this? Or just like thoughts? Little thoughts like that are just key. Also, just if you're like ever in an unserious game, or you don't really care about your KD in that game, or you just don't really care about anything, or just hop in a game like this, just hop in like one of these, and just run around with the AI. Just try to kill the AI. You know what I'm saying? Just run around and just kill the AI, basically. Just all I'm trying to tell you. Just run around, have fun. Try to control it. And you see how I have 7 bullets left, right? Don't always reload because you never know what's around the corner. Like, yeah, it's probably not enough to get a kill. And you're probably right. But remember, you can get a kill with 1 bullet. Or get to a place that you know has no enemies. And just... But you don't want to pre-fire too early, because then you'll lose all your bullets, and then you'll have to run back, and then... Just make sure you pre-fire to a point where, like, it's... Like... Yeah, that's crazy. Then you mark... Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's how I get a lot of kills. I just pre-fire. I know when to pre-fire. And I just think, like, how am I going to win this war? I'm not like, am I going to be able to win this? I'm like, how can I win this? Like, and I know it sounds really cringy to say. Like, me like, oh man, how am I going to win this? I know it sounds really cringy to most. But I'm just trying to give you tips, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I will use most of the tips I showed you in this game. I'm gonna go to Warden, right? That is a really cool thorn skin. So him, me, and him are the only PS5 players. Okay. He has 21 hours played. Let me see how many he has. Anyway. But also remember, you don't have infinite ammo all the time. Like, remember when you do and remember when you don't, because... Just remember... I was changing my music, my fault. Yeah, you also gotta... Holy aim. Misclick chat. Shot. Misclick, I promise, bro. But also, I shouldn't really have that, like... Boom. You know what I'm saying? Just... Boom. Sorry, watching. But sound cues is also very key in this game. GG. I'm leaving the thing had already started and all that. I wasn't really doing too great, but anyway. So that's it.